Hey everyone, Chris Mack presents today with X-Force issue 12. And this book was a treat. I'm excited to finally be back in the world of X-Force. The print date on this was July of 1992. Now, what I like particularly about this issue, I mean, there's the first appearance of this guy named Cruel, from what I understand, and he's an external like Gideon. But what makes this more interesting is the fact that all these plot points that Nikiza and Liefeld have been bringing together start to pay off. So we see, I guess you could call unholy alliances happening between the externals, Weapon Prime, all ready to take out Cable. As Gideon here says, there is a man who plays with yesterday as if it were tomorrow. Before he ruins the plans built on the blood of civilizations, he must be stopped. His name is Cable. And I love how it segues into X-Force. Now, last issue was the official first appearance of Domino. We find out that she is a prisoner of Tolliver. That's why last issue Deadpool ransacked through the Atarac Mountain, taking out X-Force. And I just love how everyone has these accusatory eyes straight at this Domino. They look at me and wonder why, but only Cable can say, why did you betray us, Domino? I didn't have a choice. So we see this is Vanessa, copycat. She's trying to cover her ass. Now, before we go further into this is traitors to the cause. Rob Liefeld plot, Fabian Nikiza writing, Mark Pacella pencils, Dan Panzanosian inks, Chris Ianopoulos doing the letters, John Cibolero, sure, colorist, Bob Harris, editor, and Tom DeFalco, editor-in-chief. So we have an all-star cast on this book. And say what you will about Liefeld's artwork, I miss this era with that just very much attitude, in-your-face look of X-Force at the time. It just kind of gave a new attitude to the New Mutants as they, aptly changed it to X-Force. And I just love how Domino, what's her name? Boom Boom busts in. She goes, "You better believe that, no. Don't fall for her sob story, big kahuna. I mean, when you come right down to it, we know less about her than we do about you. That alone is reason enough not to trust her." And Farrell has just recently joined the team. She goes, "Mark your calendar. I agree with the peroxide forest. You want I should slice open a major artery or two." And Vanessa, you have to kind of feel sorry for her because she's basically a slave to Tolliver. She goes, "Listen, I know how you almost feel, but I'm a mercenary. Look up the definition of the word. Once I got to know you all, I didn't want you to be hurt." So, yeah, even though this isn't Domino, it's still an emotional moment. And even Boom Boom here, she goes, "How do you think we'd feel, Domino? I mean, you were as close to a girlfriend as I could get in a gin joint like this, you know?" And everyone's wondering what needs to be done with her. And she even has a moment where she's kind of, because she doesn't know what her fate is going to be in the hands of someone who's from the future, a military leader, and doesn't tolerate traitors. And that's kind of where we're left. Then we are introduced to Weapon Prime again, and these people are again after Cable. Richter has a grief against Cable, so does Kane, and this character GW Bridge, and then we get Wendigo, Tiger Strike, and then also introduced to Grizzly. Now, if you remember, Grizzly was part of the original six-pack. Now, you're wondering, what is inspiring all this hatred at Cable? Now, remember, there's a certain someone who can mess with Cable, and I don't want to give that away. I want you guys to read the book. But we get into a backstory of why Richter is hurt, why he wants revenge on, let's just say, Cable. It's a great build-up issue for next plots. We kind of figure out how Gideon is manipulating Berto, which I wish he was still part of the team at this point, but his story arc is just equally interesting. I don't want to give any more away. I want you guys to go to your local comic shop, support it, and pick up this issue or wherever it is you like to get your books and action figures. If you've enjoyed this review, really would appreciate if you take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Helps the channel more than you could possibly know. And if you don't mind hitting that fancy little cool bell next to subscribe, that way as we continue to upload content, you guys get notified. Come to the channel. We love talking with you and hearing your thoughts and feedback down in the comments below or our social media pages, which I'll make sure to leave the links down in the description. So with all that said, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, everyone.